A lot of people are worried about Wuthering Waves 3.0 needing 150 GB storage. So before anyone panics, let me break down what that number actually means and why it's not as bad it sounds. First, let's clear up where that 150 storage requirement comes from. That represents the temporary space needed during installation, not the final size of the game. When you download Wuthering Waves, files are heavily compressed during installation. Game needs extra space to unpack and install everything properly. Once that process is done, the extra temporary files are removed, which simply means that on the fresh installation, it will download all the files, uncompresses, and only keep the files that is required to run the game and delete the file that is not required to run the game, which will reduce the game size exponentially. And that's why you see a very high download requirement while installation. Now that we understand why the install number looks so high, let's talk about pre-download, because this is where a lot of confusion comes from. The pre-download size is about 36 GB. This just means you're downloading the files ahead of the time, so you don't have to wait on the patch day. When the update goes live, those files are uncompressed. After installation finishes, the actual game file should land around 70 GB or less, depending on your PC. This same logic is applied to PC, mobile, and Mac. So no, the game does not permanently takes about 150 GB storage space. Even with that explanation, it's completely fair to ask why is the game size so big in the first place. The game size keep increasing across like different games and storages, especially with the SSD crisis going on in real world as well. SSD isn't even cheap. For many players, big install files can be a real problem, particularly on laptops and mobile devices. So the concern isn't bad, it's very real. People should be concerned. This is also very important about the future of this game as well. Most live service games have long life of the games as well. Plus the install files always increases based on the updates and files they add based on the content they are adding into the game itself. So what I think will happen in the future is that due to the crisis of the SSDs and storage and RAM consumption things, they will optimize the game better, reduce the game file size, reduce the requirement for the game to run better on the low end devices as well. This is what I think. So yes, the storage number looks intimidating at first, but it's mostly temporary install requirement, not the final game size. And over all time, optimization will happen sooner or later, which will make the life easier for the people who have less storage for installing the game. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you on the next one. Bye bye.